What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Manor Road Studio, home of the Alive podcast, where dreams can actually happen, or at least the idea of making yourself believe that dreams can possibly happen again, and we can get the ball rolling. Today I want to talk about an interesting subject. It's who are you? Of course, if you go by your label, my name's Dale, your name is whatever your name is, and so on and so forth. But who are you? Who's the authentic self that lives deep inside of you? Who is that person you've always desired to be but struggled to be? I look back on my podcasting, or I meant to say my blogging. I've been a blogger for about 12 years now, and I've got a really, really good blog following, dalechildress.blogspot.com. So if you're interested in reading some of my blogs, I've written over 661 or two blogs. But it's quite interesting to look at the transition over a period of time. Because when I started this 11 years ago, I really, really wanted to touch people. I wanted to meet them where they are in life and maybe open their eyes to more and better possibilities. My goal hasn't necessarily changed. But when I look back at, say, my first 100 writings, they were not authentic to me at all. I was writing basically to build an audience. I was writing because this is what I thought people wanted to hear, more so than what I truly felt. And then I made a promise to myself one day. I said, you know what? I am going to start writing authentically, no matter what it takes. So the next couple of 100 writings were better, but when I look back, there's still that level of authenticity that's not there. I was still writing a little bit with fear. It's like, oh God, I don't want to hurt these people. If I say this, I'll upset my family. If I say that, it'll do blah, blah, blah. So even though I felt like my content was strong, I still wasn't being true to who I was. And when you move forward, probably the last, say, 3 years, my authenticity finally started coming out, started becoming real. But there was still a little bit of me to go, I better not tackle that subject, because if I do, people are going to think whatever they want to think. It's always been my goal to protect my image, which we should, protect my brand, which we should, but by the same token, I don't want to sell out my dreams. Now, that's a very, very important what I just said. I don't want to sell out my dreams. What's your price? It's easy for people to go, oh man, what you see is what you get, which is an absolutely false statement. Very few people, and I probably haven't really met any, are internally exactly the person they are externally. We all have a facade about us. Again, that's not bad. It's just the way life is. But if we want our greatest dreams to come true, if we want to meet our best potential, if we want to change the world by changing ourselves, we've got to learn that we can't put a price tag on our authenticity. But I'm telling you, we really, really do. So, as you start thinking about this podcast, ask yourself, what have I sold out for? Have I decided to hang on to this job because the benefits are great? Trust me, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a great job and great benefits. Matter of fact, that's a wonderful thing. But if it's holding you back from your dreams, you sold out. There's no other way to put it. And that can stand true with your health. You're on a diet. You've been on a diet for 60 days. You've lost a few pounds, a few inches, whatever you're trying to lose. Then all of a sudden you're like, screw this crap. I don't have to do this. You sold out. You didn't have the discipline and the intestinal fortitude to go the extra mile, do what other people are willing to do, but you're not. You sold out. It can be true with our finances. You play with the market, you lose $4 or $5, and you're like, oh God, I can't do this anymore. I've got to put my money in a savings account that makes 1%. You sold out your dream because of one obstacle. It's been said that the people that make it in life, when I say make it, I'm not necessarily monetizing that, but you can. If your goal is to become a millionaire, if your goal is to become the best at this or best at that, supposedly we go through at least 7 total failures before we get there. Most people quit at the second one. What about you? What have you already sold out for? It's a good question, and it's worth one answering for yourself. I don't know your answer, but we've all done it. I've certainly sold out many, many a times in life. I don't know that if I've exceeded my limits. If I have, by golly, I'm going to dig deep and find a way to do it again. This time, I'm willing. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And if that's taking risks that other people wouldn't take, so be it. If it's showing a part of myself that maybe others think, oh man, I didn't know Dale was like this or like that. So be that. I've got a dream. You see it hanging on the wall back there. My dream is honestly to reach and touch as many people as I possibly can. I want to push people to believe in hope again. I want folks to understand that they can dream. Dreams can come true. Don't look at what others do, because it's so easy to go, well, so-and-so over there, he made it, and he's got the worst ethics and morals of any human being I know. Forget that. You can't change old so-and-so. Stop trying to live your life through other people. You are you. You are the most exclusive you can be when you start reaching your potential, or at least trying to reach your potential. You may be at the pit. You may be at the bottom of the effing barrel. That's okay. The whole saying is, if you can get up, or you can look up, you can get up. This is the time to start. Plant the freaking seed. Water it every day. It don't matter what it is. If you want to write a book, write the damn thing. If you want to lose a few pounds, get on your diet or exercise regimen and stick to it. Even if an obstacle comes up and you miss 2 or 3 days, okay. That's the test. That's the test. Is when you fall off the wagon, can you get back on it? So many people can't. But I believe you can. I said this in a podcast several weeks ago about stop putting yourself on the clearance rack of life, because that's not where you belong. You're a top name brand. You will go for the highest price possible. Why? Because you're not going to sell yourself cheap. You're not even going to sell out at all. You're so rare. You're so exclusive. There's only one you. And that, my friend, is your power. Nobody else can be you. You can't be anybody else, so don't try. Become the greatest version of yourself possible. We started out this podcast by going, who are you? So I want you to look in the mirror and ask yourself that question. Who am I? Am I externally the person I desire to be internally? Have I sold out my dreams? And if I have, how do I start dreaming again? You may have to start slow and you may have to start small. But the main thing is start. There's an old saying that says, you don't have to start to be great. You don't have to start to finish, but you got to be great to, you know what I mean. You know the saying. You don't have to be great to finish, but you got to start to be great. There you go. I knew I could do it. See there, I kept trying. But you get it. You get it. So keep looking at yourself. Look at the people you're surrounded by. If you were planting a garden of flowers, you yourself, and you invited friends to come bring their seeds and plant with you, would they be planting flowers with you, or would they be planting weeds? It's a good question. You'll be surprised at the people you feel like are your biggest supporters really want to hold you back to at least where they're at, and it'd be even better if they could push you just a little bit lower. Most people don't like the folks they know to be successful. I know you're thinking, that's silly. I wish all my friends success. Okay, tell yourself that. But the truth is, most people don't. So you need to start hanging around people that can elevate you, people that can push you to be greater. You know, if water boils at 212 degrees and you're operating at 210 degrees, you're this freaking close to boiling. You're this close to being magnificent or great. You're this close if you were a freight train and your steam took 212 degrees to push you up the hill and you're stuck at the bottom of the hill because you're at 210 degrees. You got what it takes to get 2 more degrees. You got it. I don't have to believe it. You have to believe it. You've got to learn to be authentic. Trust your authentic self. There is no such thing as a thought crime, even though some people and some religions try to tell us there is. There is no thought crime. Tell yourself that 150 times. So that's the podcast today. From Manor Road Studio, find out who you are. Look deep. Find the person that you've dreamed about all your life. Pull them out. Then authentically let them pursue their dream. It'll be the greatest decision you ever made. Will it be easy? Hell no. There's going to be more obstacles than you can dream of. But I'm telling you, if you will push through those obstacles, great things can happen in your life for you and for those around you. Because you're going to start hanging around people that elevate you to a better level. That's it. Okay. Manor Road Studio, the Alive Podcast. Check us out on Facebook, Manor Road Studio. I'm Dale Childress on Facebook. Send me a message. My email is dalechildress@icloud.com. Would love to hear from you. And please do me a favor if you're watching this on YouTube. I'm really trying to grow this channel. So about right here, if you'd hit that subscribe button, and maybe over here if you just hit the like button, I'd appreciate even more if you could leave a comment. Regardless, let's get the word out. And from now on, we're going to be focused on is living a dream. And I'm going to explain living a dream to you at the next podcast.